Members of Libya's transitional government will soon go to the city of Misrata to inspect the bodies of Colonel Gaddafi and his son, Motasim. And the chairperson of the ANC Health and Education Subcommittee says a private-public partnership can ensure the revamp of all health facilities in the country in about 20 years' time. Ambusise Khadebe with the latest news update. Libyan television says members of the country's transitional government will soon go to the city of Misrata to inspect the bodies of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi and his son Motasim. Euphoric celebrations are continuing in Libya as news spread of the death of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. Angie Capelianis has filed this obituary of 69-year-old Gaddafi, who ruled Libya with an iron fist for 42 years.
Muammar Gaddafi came to power in 1969 after overthrowing King Idris. Gaddafi wanted a government by the masses and a united Arab world. But he incurred international wrath in 1988 following the Lockerbie plane bombing. The United Nations only lifted Libya's sanctions in 2003 when Gaddafi agreed to compensate the victims' families, renounce terrorism and abandon weapons of mass destruction. He was ousted 2 months ago when rebel forces seized his Tripoli headquarters. The Libyan strongman will be remembered for his tyrannical rule, rambling rhetoric, flamboyant dress and female bodyguards. Angie Kaplianis, SABC, Johannesburg.
Catch our Colonel Muammar Gaddafi package on option 7. Police are patrolling an informal settlement outside Laudium, west of Pretoria, after an unruly group of people threatened to burn the houses of foreigners. Several foreigners have since fled the area. The police spokesperson, Pinky Tsinyane, says a group of people allegedly went to a foreigner's shop and threatened him after having a meeting in the informal settlement. After that, the group allegedly scattered and threatened more foreigners. Some fled to a nearby hill where police later found them. 17 people, including a 1-year-old baby, are staying at the Laudium Civic Centre. The people say they fear for their lives. 2 people have been killed and 12 others injured when a motorcycle and a venture collided on the N2 outside Swellendam in the Overberg. Metro Rescue says 2 children suffered minor injuries. The injured have been taken to nearby hospitals. The cause of the crash has not yet been established. And lastly, the chairperson of the ANC Health and Education Subcommittee, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, says a private-public partnership can ensure the revamp of all health facilities in the country in about 20 years' time. He's been speaking during a public discussion on the National Health Insurance Scheme organized by the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal. In August, the Cabinet released a green paper on the NHI scheme for public discussion. South Africans have 3 months to comment on it. Mkhize says improving the quality of government health care and infrastructure is their priority.
My view, which I've shared with the ministers both of Treasury and of Health, is that in fact the country can, within a space of about 15 to 20 years, revamp all the hospitals in this country using the existing facilities in terms of the finances that are available even to government and even with including private sector. Because all that you need to do is to focus on a public-private partnership wherein all you need to negotiate is the mode of funding.
To access more news on your mobile phones, go to www.sabcmobile.co.za/news and catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak Option 1.